everybody, welcome back to the Arsenal Fan Reviews channel, and I'm here today to bring you a wrap-up of all of the latest Arsenal news. We've got an action-packed episode, so make sure to stick around to the end of the video, but let's get into my first story. And that is that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Arsenal are interested in Brighton and Hove Albion right-back Tariq Lamptey. He said, for sure, next summer something big can happen for him. Arsenal are looking at him as a possible option as right-back. Keep an eye on Arsenal because they are among the clubs interested in Lamptey. So what does this all mean? Well, Arsenal have wanted him for quite a few months now, and with it looking increasingly likely that Hector Bellerin will go at the end of the season, we will be going out there and needing a backup right back. And now, of course, Tariq Lamptey is our main choice. It's absolutely amazing, in my opinion, because Lamptey is a great footballer who's young, speedy, and is also good in defence, something we have not seen from a right back for a while. So it would pair up really, really well with a Saka or Pepe, for example, out on the right wing. And Cedric would, of course, become the new backup right back. And yes, Lamptey did just sign a new 5-year deal at Brighton, but it is still possible to get him. And we are playing Brighton and Hove Albion on the last day of the season. So we can potentially relegate them if they're still in the relegation battle, grant Ty's wishes and get Neil Maupay relegated, and we could go and steal Lamptey from them for a cut price. So I would love for this situation to actually become reality, but as Fabrizio said, keep an eye on it, let's see what happens, and let's get into my second story of the day. And that is that Arsenal are interested in another Brighton and Hove Albion youngster, and this time it's Bissouma. He plays in the midfield, and Arsenal would like him as a partner for Partey. Again, I'd love for this to happen. He's another young, speedy player, and although Xhaka has done quite well, arguably, to be fair on him, alongside Partey for this season so far, he's still not good enough, and I think Bissouma would be the perfect replacement. And again, if we do relegate Brighton, we'll manage to get him at a cut price. But this is just another one, nothing confirmed, but again, keep an eye on it. But getting on to my next story of the day, it looks like Balogun will be leaving the Arsenal unless he gets £40,000 per week and regular first-team playing time. Yes, Arteta did say this in his press conference. I think I'm pretty positive about it, and every time I spoke to him, he mentions the same thing, that he's determined to stay here, that he wants to stay here. We've had some really positive conversations with his agent as well as Edu in charge. He's been spending a lot of time and energy to make this still happen because it's important for us to keep our talent in the house, and we can guarantee that we're doing everything we can to keep him. But he is saying the same thing every single press conference, and still the situation, according to the press, only seems to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And with Balogun now reportedly asking for 40k per week, which is more than what Saka earns. Yes, Bukayo Saka earns less than that, and with him putting out these weird hints like deleting his Instagram account the other day, it looks like he probably will be leaving, and a club that he could go to is RB Leipzig over in Germany. They have said to be the main club interested in him. He's a very special player, and it will be a shame to see him leave if this does happen, but fingers crossed Arteta is right and we can keep him at the Arsenal. But again, let's see what happens, but fortunately it is not looking good. But getting on to my fourth story of the day, that is that Arsenal are willing to sell Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah to fund a move for Brentford striker Ivan Toney in the summer. Of course, I spoke about strikers yesterday and said that Arsenal were interested in Celtic striker Odsonne-Edouard and that we were willing to sell Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah to fund a move for him in the summer. But now this has come out that Arsenal are also interested in Brentford star Ivan Toney for the summer for £35 million. Many people don't know who this guy is, but I am here to tell you that he is very, very good. But then again, scoring goals in the Championship and all of a sudden being worth £35 million, is that a fair price? I'm not sure, but is it worth the risk? It could potentially be, because using that word potential again, he's got a lot of it inside of him. So if we did manage to go out there, get the money in and fund a move for him, I would not be unhappy at all, because he seems like a brilliant star. But let's go on to my next story of the day, and that is that Arsenal are looking to sell Reiss Nelson in the summer. Of course, I really do like this guy. He's got pace, he's got speed, he's got drive, and he's got that good mentality. But for some reason, a loan move away was blocked in January by Arteta, who promised him first team minutes. But all of a sudden, he's just been dropped to the under-23s level and has not made a matchday squad for the first team for quite a few months now. And like I just said, we're now looking to apparently sell him this summer. I don't think this is a good move at all. Yes, I understand that we have to fund move for these bigger positions, but then again, at the maximum, I'd only loan him out to just get some first team minutes, get some experience, bring him back and see what happens. If then it doesn't work, then fine, sell him all you want. But right now, when we've just got this really promising guy and he's not making any of the squads, it does not make any sense to me. But let's see what happens. But apparently, he could be getting sold this summer. But getting on to my final story of the day, Arsenal are reportedly one of the many clubs interested in RB Leipzig defender Ibrahima Konate ahead of the summer transfer window. Now, many Arsenal fans, including me, are, alright about this story. He seems a brilliant defender and he's levels above some of the guys we've got at the club at the moment, such as Pablo Mari or Rob Holding. But then again, we've got players such as Luiz in there who looks to sign a new contract. We've got Gabriel coming through. We've got William Saliba, the £27 million centre-back, who's just been thrown out of the Arsenal team and is currently out on loan. And it just doesn't seem right to bring in yet another centre-back. I mean, yes, again, if we did sell those Pablo Maris, if we did manage to get rid of Rob Holding when someone like Kolasinac comes back, if we manage to get rid of him as well and we free up a bit of space, absolutely I'd do this. But if we manage to get this deal done and then never see William Saliba, for example, in an Arsenal shirt and he's just sold for something like 10 million, no, that is absolutely outrageous. Yes, there's been a couple stories coming about him recently, William Saliba, but he hasn't done anything wrong, and I don't know why Arteta keeps saying he's ready, then he's not ready, then he's ready, then he's not ready. It makes no sense at all. So bring him in and sell a couple of those older centre-backs, like I said. I got nothing against them, but this guy's levels above them. But please, Arteta, don't you dare go out there and just all of a sudden get rid of William Saliba. It would make no sense at all. It would be a huge waste of money. At least give him a run of games, 5-10 games at least, before making up a decision about him. But again, this is another one just to keep an eye out on, and nothing has been confirmed yet. But that about wraps it up for today's video, so I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you tomorrow for my Arsenal versus Burnley preview and predicted lineup. Bye!